Good evening and welcome to the School District of Osceola County's scheduled board meeting for Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Tonight, the invocation will be delivered by Pastor Tiffany Jeffers from Solid Rock Community Church. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Dave Sharma, our Chief Facilities Officer. Our national anthem will be performed by a vocal group from OXA. Our mission statement will be read by Scott Noble, our Chief Operating Officer, and our interpretation services will be provided by Anna Olmo-Beal, our ESOL resource teacher. At this time, will you please stand?
Dear gracious and heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment to come before you as a collective body for the betterment of our students, our families, the faculty and staff of the Osceola School District. Lord, we thank you for this moment to just be thankful for safety, thankful for a wonderful first day of school, thankful for the excitement of our students. We ask, oh God, that you keep every family member, every staff member, every parent, every teacher safe during this entire school year. We ask for your blessings. We ask, oh Lord, that every resource be provided, that nothing be wasted, that everything be available to those who are in need in our school district. We thank you for your guidance. We thank you for your wisdom. We thank you for all that you will do, both now and until the end of the school year. In your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Please join me in reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
The mission statement for the School District of Osceola County is inspiring all learners to reach their highest potential as responsible, productive citizens.
Soy la señora Ana Olmo-Beal. Estoy aquí hoy para ofrecer servicios de traducción para los padres y la comunidad.
Thank you. With that, we're on to positive comments. I'm going to take a point of privilege, and I know I normally start with Dr. Shanoff, but I'm going to go first because one of the first things I want to say is that as of today, we found out that Dr. Shanoff had been nominated for OBJ, the Orlando Business Journal Most Influential Leader of 2025. So we're very excited. When this board had to select a new superintendent after Dr. Pace, it was a difficult decision for many of us, and we had some great candidates, and I think Dr. Shanoff was the absolute best candidate for the job at the time, and our district is obviously reaping the benefits of that. So we appreciate you, Dr. Shanoff, and are excited for your recognition. Obviously, I think everybody's going to talk about back to school, so we're back to school. So excited that we have our student performers back as well. That makes it much more exciting of a board meeting than the summertime when we've got that recording going on instead. Every single person in this district made yesterday the most successful back to school day one that we've had ever, I think. So I just want to thank every single person in this district that was there doing that. I want to give special thanks to Henry Santiago. I was at Cross Period K-8 yesterday welcoming students, and he was there covering. It's a brand new school, and it was all hands on deck everywhere across the district, but the work that he was doing there to make sure the customer service was top notch for our families was phenomenal, and so I just appreciate him and the work that he was doing. Tomorrow, Leadership Osceola class of 2025 is going to be graduating, and we have 3 graduates here in the Osceola County School District. So we have Dave Sharma, Danielle Marfara, and Chris Burns. So we're excited for them. They spent the last 6 months or so learning all about different leadership aspects of Osceola County, visiting all the different services that we provide here, different entities, just seeing how they can be better leaders in this community for our students and our families. And finally, I mentioned it at the last board meeting, but Addition Financial renovated a food pantry at Lakeview Elementary. The Renovate to Educate reveal was last week. It was very exciting to see that food pantry come to life. They didn't have a dedicated space prior to this for those items for their children in need at the school. So to have that space, and it's really a fun area for them to come and visit. So it's something that those students will enjoy getting to go see and visit and get some supplies that they may need to take home with them. So I encourage you to go check social media, Lakeview's page, the district's page, Addition Financials, and see that reveal because it was very special. With that, Dr. Shanoff.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening, everyone. I just want to echo and just thank all of our hardworking teachers, support staff, administrators for an outstanding opening. I want to thank our parents for their incredible patience. Obviously, the first few weeks of school, things run a little slow, and so everybody's been pretty patient, and we're very grateful for that. I visited 12 schools yesterday, and during the course of my visits, I happened to notice something on a few of the campuses that probably most people just drive past, and that is the work of our groundskeepers. I don't know about you, but it's hot outside. And these folks are on the mowers. These folks are mulching all over the place. They're weed whacking. They're doing all types of things out in the heat. Our school campuses look great, in large part because of the work of our groundskeepers. It got me thinking about all of the tremendous work that our maintenance teams have done over the course of the summer, and our design and construction team in retrofitting 12 HVAC systems. We were worried about what air conditioning was going to be like on the first day of school, and thankfully those disruptions were minimal. And so I want to thank our maintenance team, Mr. West, and then obviously Mr. Noble and his group for deploying everybody that needed to be deployed and doing a fantastic job getting our schools ready. So kudos to everybody on the team. And if you are a parent and you pull up to a school and you see one of our grounds crew out, if you can, just give them a wave. And if you're an employee, give them a wave and thank them. It means a lot. These are folks that always work in the background but do fantastic work. Lastly, I am here to recognize one of our outstanding students from Narcoossee Middle School, Yalela Portilla. This is what Mr. Rivera, Dr. Rivera, had to say about Yalela. When a fellow Narcoossee Middle School student was subjected to bullying and harassment on a social media platform, Yolela took it upon herself to speak up in defense of that student, despite not knowing them personally. She directly addressed those making negative and inappropriate remarks, standing against the unfair treatment with strength and integrity. Rather than remaining silent, she chose to use her voice to advocate for kindness and respect, demonstrating maturity and leadership beyond her years. Her willingness to confront negativity in a public space not only defended the targeted student, but also set an important example for her peers, showing that standing up for others, even in digital spaces, is a powerful act of courage. Yolela's actions serve as a reminder that leadership and integrity come in many forms, and her decision to intervene reflects the very values we strive to instill in our school community. So I would like Yolela to please come up and be recognized. And Mrs. Bronson, will you join me? And maybe one of these days I can be strong enough and a leader like you to earn a Paula Bronson coin. That's all I have. Thank you.
Ms. Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm so excited for this new year, and I'm visiting houses of worship. And this last Sunday, Iglesia Renuevo allowed me to go to the church and share updates from the schools. I'm going to continue doing that during the Sundays services. So if you are a church and you're watching, just let me know, give me a call or email me. But I also want to share something very important. Yesterday, while I was taking my daughter to the bus stop, I saw like 7 vehicles passing by the bus stop. The stop sign was open, the arm was open, lights were flashing, and I still saw vehicles that were not respecting the law. If you're unsure of the law, and if you're new to our town or the state, just visit one of our law enforcement offices or just give them a call and just make sure that you're following that. I think that the safety of our kids are the most important thing, and I think we all can work together towards that. But I knew that that happened yesterday, and I know I have some good friends in different law enforcement offices, and this morning I was able to visit the same intersection, the same stop with the sheriff's office, and I want to publicly thank Sheriff, our new sheriff, and let him know that thank you for that. He sent his mother, I have Dalbon and Deputy Medina that visited that intersection. Today, everyone was so well behaved. Can you tell the difference? And thank you, Sheriff Blackman and Major Guevara for that and for keeping our kids safe. Their presence is everywhere. They are doing their rounds in the schools and the bus stops, so thank you for that partnership that we have with the Sheriff's Office. I'm also asking everyone to please take extra careful around school buses. When a bus is stopped with the stop arm out and lights flashing, you must stop. And the other thing I want to share is that we need volunteers. I know that we have some passionate citizens that come every time to our meetings, and I would like for you that same passion Oasis, we have this program for volunteers. You can volunteer there. Our students really need that. And if anyone is listening, please just reach out to the school district so you can give your time if you have that spare time and free time. Also, my office hours will be every Wednesday from 3 to 6:30. So just give me a call, and this is just a reminder that we still have the Florida tax-free days until August 31st. 2 minutes.
Mr. Cook.
Oh, it's on. Yes. Mr. Cook here, District 3, where you want to be. I'm going to keep mine very, very brief this evening. I was just excited to see the support across the district from the cabinet, our leadership team, all the way down to employees at the schools, just out greeting students and families as they were coming to school for the first day, and relatively no drama. Like, okay, Osceola, that's what I'm talking about. I was a little jealous I wanted to be there, but I have been out training for my other job. So that gives me a moment to speak on this. Parents, if you didn't know, we do have a free college and career platform here in our district called Zello. It starts in kindergarten, works all the way up through 12th grade. So if you want to start having those conversations with them as soon as they jump into our K-12 space, I highly encourage you to do so. We have a platform that can help you do this, where they get to learn through play about careers that are out there and all of the pathways that are available to them, as well as start to develop some of the social skills that'll help them to be successful, not just in school, but in life in general. So if you didn't know, y'all can start saying hello to Zello. That's it.
Ms. Castillo?
Thank you, ma'am. So congratulations to everyone in the entire community for day one, because it does take the entire community to have such a smooth, active first day of school. Of course, including our amazing superintendent, our teachers, our parents who are also the backbone, the cabinet team, transportation, nutritional services, everyone who contributed. Really, really well done. Wonderful first day. You're right, I didn't hear a lot of anything that didn't go well, which even if we did, that is normal for the first day, but we didn't hear anything. So congratulations. But you know, preparing for day one actually starts way before that. During the summer, you all know our cabinet and our admin team was here preparing to open those doors for our little ones. And so I just want to thank them for really preparing over the summer to ensure that everything went off without a hitch. And some of our community members were also working really hard to embrace our students. And I have 3 community members that I want to highlight today. I want to start by highlighting our Disney volunteers who invited all of us, and I had the immense pleasure and privilege to share space with my fellow board members, Board Member Garcia, Chair Cahoon, Board Member Bronson, volunteer and give some of our time to ensure that our students had some supplies when they came in. So the volunteers adopted Osceola County as well as I think Orange and Seminole as well, if I'm not mistaken. And we just had the opportunity to share some space with them and really kind of help out with that. Another amazing team who has put in a lot of time, effort, into ensuring that our students right here in Osceola are also provided for is a Central Florida Indian community. And Dr. Shainoff and I were invited to share some space with them last week and share some lunch and spend some time with that community at Central Avenue Elementary School, a school which they have adopted and they continue to show up for year after year, ensuring that our students have anything from supplies, which was the event that we were invited to meals for Thanksgiving. And it was just really great to see folks in our community who see the work that we're doing and they want to make sure that they can help as much as possible. That is absolutely leadership in action. And finally, I want to thank our celebration community team. I meet with them at least once a month, and we just have some time to discuss in what ways I can be of assistance. Is there anything that I can help with in the community, and vice versa? And it's always just a really great time to share ideas, to ensure that we are catching any issues before they arise, and to make sure that our little ones have the best possible time at our schools. So thank you for that. And with that, I yield to my board member.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations to all the summer graduates. I attended the graduations of Osceola, Toho, and St. Cloud High School, and those summer graduation ceremonies were just filled with excitement, proud parents, and students that were beaming with joy as they crossed the stage and stepped into their futures. Each of those moments is a reminder of their hard work, their perseverance, and heart, and these students had poured them into their entire journey. And we celebrated not just their achievements, but the strength of their families who were there to cheer them on, teachers and the community who supported them every step of the way. And they were all beautifully decorated and had picture moments, and it was very special. I also attended the Harmony Band concert. For Friends and Family concert, it was a preview at Harmony for the Stampede at Harmony High School, and it was an incredible experience. It was heartwarming to see so many supportive families that came to the audience and to cheer on the band. The students were truly talented, and the music was fantastic. I got a backstage tour because I got connections. And the music was fantastic. Oh, the music was fantastic. Just their camaraderie, their genuine love for music among the group, and it was an exciting time for these high school students, and it was a great way to kick off the end of the summer and a new school year. I went to meet the teacher at St. Cloud High School, and that was a great event. It was great connecting with families. I caught up with some old friends who I cannot believe have kids that old now that are in high school, and I got to tour the campus. A highlight for me was meeting the early education CTE teachers and touring both classrooms. I got to hear directly from the students who are in those classes about how this program works, and it's inspiring them, and they're clearly passionate and very dedicated future educators. And I also toured at St. Cloud High School the ROTC program. Those students shared what they were learning, the expectations to be in that, and how they support one another. And I was especially impressed by the huge number of trophies that they have and recognitions that they have earned. And it just speaks volumes to their hard work and their teamwork together. And those two programs are just doing an amazing job to shape our children's future. It rained the night of the middle school Meet the Teacher, but Narcoossee had a fantastic turnout at Meet the Teacher night. I went to Narcoossee Middle School, and it was great. I also saw our support staff of the year. Mr. Joe Castillo was there with his wife and son, who is also now in middle school. And I just have to say, the staff was so welcoming and ready to answer any kind of questions. I was especially impressed with the principal, Dr. Rivera. He is full of energy and joy, and it was just a great way to kick off the school year. Let's see. I also attended the Back to School Bash at Hopkins Park, and it was a celebration of community, compassion, and connection. They gave away free backpacks, over 300, filled with essential school supplies. They had fun activities for the whole family. They did haircuts, which was very popular. Lunch. You also could bring your old uniforms and swap those out for newer uniforms. So it was just a way to like recycle things maybe that your children didn't enjoy wearing, but somebody else might. The event ensures that every child starts the school year with confidence and dignity. And at the heart of that event is Stephanie Gilbert. She just has an enduring love and support for her community, and she continues to shine through everything she does. She's known to have a welcome and loving spirit and unwavering kindness, and she brings people together with warmth and purpose, and I'm just very proud of her. I just have two more. I got so much good stuff, I can't stop. I also attended the Keep the Spirit of 45 Alive event at the Military Museum in Kissimmee, and it celebrated the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. And this event has a lot of significance for me because both of my grandfathers proudly served, one in the Army and one in the Navy. And AXA was there, the choir, and they gave a beautiful performance, singing the theme songs of every branch of the military, and it was lovely, absolutely lovely. And then they did another rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, which you also got to hear here. And a special congratulations to Miss Pat Rudd, who is going to be 104 and I think, 2 weeks. She served in the Navy, and Lou Bonk served in the Marines, and they were honored at dinner for their dedication and service. And it was just a powerful evening of remembrance, patriotism, and gratitude. And I just have there's 2 more. The first day of school, I went to Michigan Avenue Elementary, and it was a heartwarming experience. I helped with car riders as parents snapped those last-minute pictures and videos of their kiddos, and the kids were just full of excitement, and they had on their new backpacks and colorful lunch boxes, and they were just filled with school supplies. Sometimes they had so much they couldn't even get out of the car, and I was trying to help them get over the car seat, and I was like, you have to stand here, and then I'll put your backpack on you. They were just so excited. And during lunch, I also did lunch duty, and I had the joy of reading all the sweet little notes that were tucked into their lunch boxes for them. Messages of encouragement from family members that truly made the kids smile. They also loved that I have a song about keeping your hands and feet to yourself. They enjoyed that. They were impressed by my reading skills of the notes and how I magically knew how to open all their packages. Their little food packages, they have a hard time. And the best part is they told me they really like me and they invited me back for more.
Hey.
And, and then I went from there to the Osceola virtual senior meeting, and it was in person that day, the same day as the first day of school, and it was the first day that they all got together, just the seniors. This year they have 36 seniors, and it was just inspiring to see them learning about graduation requirements, available support that's available, and expectations for the year ahead. And the thing that stood out the most to me was that nearly every student had a parent or both parents and sometimes a grandparent that showed up with them. And the turnout was so strong that they ran out of chairs and space, and I gave my chair up to another family. And that kind of family involvement is what makes a huge difference. And these students have an incredible support system behind them every step of the way, and I know they're going to be successful. And that is
Lots of great back-to-school stuff. All right, with that, we are on to our fine arts moment, performed by Frankie Molyneux from OXA, who will be performing an oboe solo.
How exciting.
Wow.
have a presentation by Heart of Florida United Way, presented by Kelly Astro, Senior Vice President and Company CEO.
Thank you so much. I'm not exactly sure how I follow that. I bring the greetings of our CEO, who had a personal family issue and was unable to be here, but he's looking forward to having the opportunity to meet with all of you and to have some time with you, Dr. Shanoff. So, yes, good evening, Chair and board members, Superintendent Shanoff, and other distinguished guests. My name is Kelly Astro. I serve as the Senior Vice President for Community Impact at Heart of Florida United Way, and it really is an honor to be here this evening to share an exciting new collaboration, the planning and expected launch of the district's first community partnership school at Osceola High School. So a community partnership school, or CPS for short, is not just a program. It is a transformation of how the school engages with students, with families, and the broader community. It is about putting the right people, resources, and services in place right on campus so that students can overcome any of the barriers that interfere with learning and with success. Now, we all know that when students come to school hungry, sick, struggling with unmet mental health needs, or facing housing instability, learning becomes incredibly difficult, and oftentimes it's secondary. The community school model addresses these challenges head-on by bringing these wraparound services, including on-campus healthcare, after-school programs, tutoring, mental health counseling, and family engagement initiatives under one roof, a hub, right on the campus. Now, the community school model has 4 pillars. A collaborative leadership collective. This includes core partners, community leaders, students, and parents, to ensure that the needs of students are being addressed. Expanded learning time and opportunities, including enriching learning beyond the school day. Integrated health and social services, addressing physical, mental, and emotional needs. And family and community engagement, making parents, caregivers, community members active partners in the student's success. Now, traditionally, the community school model is anchored by 4 partners, core partners: the school district, a nonprofit convener, a healthcare provider, and an institution of higher education. But in Osceola County, the excitement and commitment have brought 6 core partners to the table. So Heart of Florida United Way will serve as the nonprofit partner and lead convener. The School District of Osceola County providing the vision and leadership at Osceola High School. Orange Blossom Family Health, delivering on-site healthcare services. Rollins College and the University of Central Florida, who will serve as the the higher education partners, providing higher education preparation as well as teacher support. And then the Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida, helping to lead some of those expanded learning opportunities. These core partners are joined by an impressive network of collaborators, including Second Harvest Food Bank, United Arts of Central Florida, the Mental Health Association of Central Florida, Hebney Nutrition and Jobs Partnership, as well as the Orlando Health Foundation's Howard Phillips Center for Children and Families. Together, we're creating a hub of opportunities for students and families. Now, we know that this model works. At Evans High School in Orange County, Florida's first community partnership school site, which I had the honor of leading for a number of years, graduation rates rose from 63% to 93%. There was a significant increase in post-secondary planning, and the students reported feeling more connected and supported at the school. Similar results are found across the 50 other community schools in Florida. This includes higher reading proficiency, better attendance, decrease in behavior referrals, and increased college and career readiness. Now, here in Osceola County, community schools are an absolute natural extension of the work that Heart of Florida United Way is already leading through our Education United Student Success Hub. In partnership with the Helios Education Foundation, we have already begun or are starting work right here at Gateway, at Liberty, Osceola, and at Poinciana High Schools, both helping to improve those post-secondary readiness plans, FAFSA completion, and career and college exploration. The community school at Osceola High School will deepen that work, ensuring that students not only graduate, but are prepared for whatever comes next. And so in real practical terms, what this means is that students will be able to see a nurse or doctor, a dentist, and a mental health counselor right on campus, free of charge. Families will be able to access food, have assistance with housing, identifying housing, and job training right on campus. Co- and extracurricular programs will provide safe, enriching activities that will connect classroom learning to the real world. And partnerships with the colleges and other employers will help to ensure that there are both college, real educational, and career pathways for students. The one thing I want to leave you with is that this is not a pilot. This is not just a one-year kind of thing that we're all going to come in and then walk away from. This is a long-term commitment. We are in it for the long haul. This is a sustained investment in the health, the well-being, and academic success of Osceola High School students and their families. So on behalf of Heart of Florida United Way, I want to especially thank Dr. Shanoff for his leadership and willingness to say, let's go for it, let's jump right in. And I want to thank our partners who came to the table without any question of whether or not this was the right thing to do. They knew they wanted to be at this table with us, and for their vision and leadership in making this possible. You know, our work begins this semester. We are hoping to kind of have our director hired, hopefully next semester, and really launch this a year from right now. And so together, we are launching more than a program. We are going to start a movement, hopefully a movement that will include many community schools across this county that will change lives, strengthen families, and help to build a better future for the students and families in Osceola County. Thank you all very, very much, and we will look forward to having the opportunity to meet with each of you and discuss this in a little bit more detail, and enjoy a fantastic start of the school year.
You've got 3 former Cowboys up here, so we're excited that you've chosen Osceola High as the first school. That's a great location. We look forward to seeing it come to fruition. All right, some more fun stuff ahead. Dr. Shanoff, you have the floor for appointments and transfers.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is always the most exciting time of the meeting. So the first appointment tonight is Megan Derricks to be the new Director of Elementary Education. Megan Derricks has held the following positions: teacher at Park Avenue Christian Academy, teacher at Lakeview Elementary and Parkway Middle, Dean of Students at Denjon Middle, Assistant Principal at Narcoossee Middle, Principal of St. Cloud Elementary, and Learn Instructional Mentoring Program Specialist in the Professional Learning Department. She earned a bachelor's degree in food and nutrition from Florida State University and a bachelor's degree in elementary education from the University of Central Florida. She earned a master's degree in educational leadership from Stetson University.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Cook, second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good evening. First, I want to say thank you, Board, for this opportunity, as well as Dr. Shanoff. Thank you for entrusting me to have this role in Osceola County. And I do want to say thank you to a few mentors that I've had along the way, Dr. Clayton, Dr. Allen. Thank you so much for your continued support and mentoring through the leadership journey. I'm excited to work with you, Ms. Machado. We're going to have great things happening in our elementary department. And I'd like to also say thank you to Janice Franceschi, who I've been working with the past few years in our professional learning department. And she's hired me into this district, so I thank you. I know she's here this evening, so thank you for your support and continued mentoring as well. And I want to say also thank you to my family, my parents who aren't here, but I want to say thank you to my husband as well as my 2 daughters, Zoe and Zia, that are students here in our district, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity. So thank you guys so very much. And for you.
Our next appointment is Carmen Chevarez to be the new assistant principal at Alco Poinciana, actually, it's Alco Osceola Technical College, Poinciana. Carmen Chevarez has held the following positions: Teacher Behavior Interventionist, PBIS Coordinator, AVID Coordinator, 21st Century Coordinator at Cypress Elementary. That's a lot of jobs. MTSS Coach at Flora Ridge Elementary and Eastlake Elementary, and Dean of Students at Tohopa-Caliga High. She earned a bachelor's degree in education from the Universidad del Turabo and a master's degree in education and leadership from the Universidad del Este.
Yeah, that's the sign for Turabo.
Okay, I didn't know.
So you make a motion?
So that's the Florida state of Puerto Rico?
Yes. Woo-hoo.
Are you making a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion
so
by Ms.
excited.
Garcia. Second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm super excited, but super thankful and grateful for the opportunity. I'm a firm believer that God always has a plan and that He will place you where He needs you. And He has given me the incredible honor to serve in all different capacities within this amazing community of students here at Osceola. I've been truly blessed to cross paths with incredible people who have taken the time to teach, uplift, and inspire me throughout the years. To all of you, thank you for always supporting me, even when my ideas sounded like they came straight out of the sci-fi movie. You never blink, well, maybe Mr. Arsh got a little, and I forever will be grateful for your trust and laughter along the way. To my family, thank you for sharing with me my other kids, Kiro, Melody, and Danielle. They always refer to all the students here at Osceola as my other children. You are my daily dose of inspiration and the reason I keep going. Even when I feel like I can't anymore, you remind me that life is for the brave and the courageous, and that everything I do is worth it, and if one kid will smile, it made it all worth it. I couldn't ask for a better crew to dream big with. To my Toho team, you have truly transformed my life. This is really hard for me because I love that place. I really do. Sorry. I promised myself I was not going to do this, but leaving them, I think, is the hardest part of growing because they have changed my life in ways that I can't even explain. Thank you for standing beside me, helping me to grow professionally and personally. And most importantly, for opening the door when I came knocking. The decision to give me a chance led me to this moment. During my time with you, you allowed me to take roots and bloom, and I will forever be indebted to you all. I'm beyond excited to the new friendships and opportunities and challenges ahead. To my ALCO and OTEC team, let's make magic one student at a time, one idea, and one laugh at a time. With gratitude and lots of fairy dust to lead me in this magical journey, let's make this year the best one yet. Thank you. I appreciate you all.
We have one more appointment tonight. Carla Ortiz to be the new assistant principal at Neptune Elementary. Carla Ortiz has held the following positions: a VPK lead teacher at Central Avenue, Chambers Park, teacher at Parton Settlement Elementary, principal at Cayman Academy for the Performing Arts, dean of students at Kissimmee Middle, testing 504 coordinator at Parton Settlement Elementary, and literacy MTSS PBIS coach at Central Avenue Elementary. She received a bachelor's degree in special and elementary physical education from the University of Puerto Rico and a master's degree in management and educational leadership from the Inter-American University of Puerto Rico.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to thank God for guiding me every step of the way on this journey. I also want to extend my deepest gratitude to Dr. Shanoff, Dr. Allen, Dr. Clayton, Ms. Machado, Dr. Evans, Dr. Henninger, and the school board for this incredible opportunity. It has truly been a journey, and I'm here today because of the unwavering support of so many. To my mentor, Ms. Corbett, Ms. Ortiz, Dr. Winston, and Mr. Wright, thank you for your guidance, wisdom, and encouragement along the way. To my husband, my 2 children, and the rest of the family, thank you for the constant love and for always encouraging me to keep going no matter the obstacle. To my Central Avenue, you will always be in my heart, and I will always be here for you. Remember always, all students belong to all. To my friends and colleagues, Marlene Vargas, thank you for your guidance. And to Marla Matos, thank you for listening and uplifting me whenever I need it. Finally, to Ms. Mahoney, thank you for this wonderful opportunity to lead Netum alongside you. Go Rockets.
Madam Chair, we have one transfer this evening. Evelith Olmeda Garcia, who has been the Director of Elementary Education, will be the Director of Early Childhood Learning, Extended Learning in 21st Century.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cook.
Do we? I didn't think
Doesn't
we
require.
required.
It was just an announcement.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but if we were going to.
So moved.
So moved.
Second from table.
All right. With that, we are on to agenda modifications. Dr. Shanoff?
No changes, thank you.
Ms. Garcia?
No changes.
Mr. Cook?
No changes.
Ms. Castillo?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Bronson?
No changes.
All right, with that, we are on to the adoption of the consent agenda.
I make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
I second.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. 15.01.
Motion to approve.
I
Motion by
second.
Ms. Castillo, second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. We are now open for public comment. First up, we have Ms. Karen Baker.
Good evening. Can I just say before I start, it's the first time I've ever been able to hear every one of you speak, and I can see the board without glasses. It's
That's
really
why we're
nice.
having a renovation, so that
I
you
just
could
wanna-
hear us and see us in the other room, too.
So Karen Baker, 2484 Yellow Brick Road, St. Cloud, Florida. I am reminding the school board that September 17th is Constitution Day. Federal law stipulates that public schools take time to read and study the Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish the Constitution of the United States of America. There are 7 articles to the Constitution. The Bill of Rights consists of the first 10 amendments out of 27. The First Amendment gives us freedom of religion, freedom of speech, press, freedom to assemble, and freedom to petition. The Constitution was signed by delegates from 12 states on September 17, 1787, with George Washington presiding as president of the convention. Benjamin Franklin's response to Elizabeth Welling Powell's question, "Well, doctor, what have we got, a republic or a monarchy?" Dr. Franklin's response was, "A republic, if you can keep it." Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There was never a democracy yet that did not commit suicide. John Adams. A simple democracy is one of the greatest evils. A democracy is a mobocracy. Benjamin Rush, signer of the Declaration. When the delegates working on the Constitution began to despair in June 1787, Benjamin Franklin, in an attempt to get the delegates back on track, addressed President Washington and at the end of his statement said, "I therefore beg leave to move the henceforth prayers imploring the assistance of heaven and its blessing on our deliberations be held in this assembly every morning before we proceed to business." Read the Federalist Papers written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay under the name of Publius to understand the original intent of the writers of the Constitution. I will never give up on our Constitution or our country and teaching our children and fellow citizens how important our Constitution is. Our founding fathers were brilliant and pledged their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor for the creation of a new country free from tyranny. Duty is ours. Results are God's. John Quincy Adams.
Thank you. Next up, we have Aaron Azurek.
Hello, board. Good evening, Superintendent Shanoff and members of the board. It's nice to see you again. Thank you again for the time and energy you give to serving our students and families and this district in general. I know this is a period of rapid change in education, and much of what is happening is outside of the control of this board, but it's really encouraging to see your leadership at this time. In the past couple meetings, I spoke about the federal education funding crisis and suggested a town hall as a way to share information and reduce confusion. While that immediate funding issue has since changed, the conversations I've had with parents and students over the past few weeks have shown me that the underlying need for open, accessible dialogue between the district and families is still very real, if not more urgent now. A lot of people I've talked to are asking about things like universal voucher expansion, the consolidation of ESC services, how these changes and these funding issues will impact their children's opportunities in this district. These aren't just questions for one or two people in this room, they're questions shared by many in our community. I know that you don't want it to be just me and one or two other people at these meetings here. And I know that more people care deeply about these issues but feel intimidated to come and speak or even just to sit and listen here. I personally had to watch several meetings online before I felt comfortable attending in person. And I know a lot of families are in that same place right now. To be honest, I'll be heading back to college soon, so I won't be able to attend these meetings in person, but I think that now is the perfect time to set up a format for inclusive dialogue that works for more people, not just those who can be in this room. A lot of people have commitments and they don't have the opportunity to come to these meetings, work, family, life, you all know how all of that is. So that's why I wanted to suggest a virtual town hall hosted by the district, not as a one-time reaction to a specific crisis, but as a general tool for community engagement. It could allow families to hear directly from district leaders, finance staff, and program directors about the funding picture, voucher changes, and ESC updates, and to ask any questions they have in real time. Hosting it online would make it easier for more families to participate without the barriers that sometimes come with being here in person. I believe this would help reduce confusion, strengthen trust, and allow the community to work together with the same understanding of the facts. I and many others in the community that I know would be glad to help spread the word and encourage participation. Thank you again for your service and for considering this as one way we can meet these challenges as a united school community, especially going into the new school year. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, we are on to 17.01, approval to amend the General Counsel's employment agreement.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Castillo,
A second.
second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. 17.02, attorney comments.
I would just like to say thank you all for approving the extension to my contract for 1 year. I appreciate it very much, and I will be contacting you all next week if there are any additional legal issues.
Thank you. Thank you. With that, we're on to 18.01, our ESC Board Advisory Committee. We mentioned at last meeting that this would be as new business. We need to appoint new members for this next year on the committee, so we need to establish a date for you to have your new member by. I believe you could reappoint the same member that you've had in the past. That has been done before, or identify a new member from your district to represent. How is it by next week, 1 week from today, August 19th, to have a member identified, or do you need longer than that?
Are we submitting the names by email?
I would say by email to Joy Massell and Ms. Clayton, probably.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So we'll have those to you by next week. Next up is our board member committee reports. Anyone have any reports?
No, ma'am.
No reports.
All right. With that, this meeting is adjourned. Have a good evening.